Hello my dear students, so this is Sanjay sir from Mathswell YouTube channel, a virtual platform for mathematics. So in the last video we have solved some example from the very important topic of applications of trigonometric functions. So today we are continuing the same. We are going to solve more examples from the exercise, right? The more examples which may ask in the exam, so that we'll discuss today. So let's see the sum number 3. In the last video we have solved two examples and we have discussed the points or the definitions related to it. So today we will solve the next sums from the exercise. Let us see this. So what you are given, just read the sum very carefully. A contractor plans to install 2 slides for children to play in a park. For the children below the age of 5 years, she prefers to have a slide whose top is at a height of 1.5 meter and is inclined at an angle of 30 degree to the ground. Whereas for the elder children, she wants to have a steep slide at a height of 3 meter and is inclined at an angle of 60 degree to the ground. So the question is, what should be the length of the slide in each case? So I think you got the idea what it is. It is related to a children park in which 2 slides are to be installed. So let us have the diagram for the same. So let us consider the first one. Say AB is the height of the first the slide for the younger kids, right? So it is a slide. So here it is the height of the slide, right? The first one. So let it be A, B, C, and we consider one more slide with some more height more than this for the elder kids, right? So it will be like this. This one is some larger than the previous, right? So we consider this as a PQR. These are the 2 slides installed to be installed in a children park, right? So what is given here, and you are given the contractor plans to install 2 slides in a children park, one for the children below the age of 5 years, and she prefers to have the slide whose top is at the height of 1.5 meter. So this is the first one slide which is at the height of 1.5 meter and is inclined at an angle of 30 degrees. So angle of inclination with the ground is given 30 degree here, right? So obviously it is perpendicular to the ground. The second one is inclined, whereas the elder children, for elder children she wants to have a steep slide at a height of 3 meters. So height of this slide is 3 meter and is inclined at an angle of 60 degree from the or to the ground. So this situation it is given. The question is, what should be the length of the slides in each case? So means the length of slide means here in the first case it is AC, in the second case it is PR, right? So let these lengths of the slides be X and Y respectively, right? So let's move ahead how to find it. So students, again try to remind the trigonometric ratio. In both of these 2 cases, the angle of inclination theta is given, opposite side of that angle is given, and we need to find the hypotenuse. So can you remind the trigonometric ratio which is defined in terms of the opposite side and hypotenuse? Yes, it is nothing but sine theta only, the opposite side upon hypotenuse, right? So let us use it here for the first one. So for we can say for the the slide for the younger one, for younger children, that is for the smaller slide, okay, we consider this one, that is for the smaller one. So we consider in the triangle ABC, we consider AB is the height of the slide, right? Height of the slide. Then x is the length of the slide. We can say AC, which is equal to x, which is the length of slide. Also you are given the theta, the angle of elevation, it is given as 30 degree with the ground. Let's find x from this. So again we know that the ratio, trigonometry ratio sine theta, the ratio defined in terms of opposite side and hypotenuse is sine theta. So use sine theta here. Sine theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse, right? Opposite side is nothing but AB and hypotenuse is nothing but AC. We can just put the values. The values AB, here we can say a sine theta is given as 30 degrees, so the sine 30 is equal to AB is 1.5 meter and AC is x that we need to find. So let us continue here. So what this gives us, so sine 30 is nothing but half, which is equal to 1.5 upon x. So take the cross multiplication, this 1 into x become x and 1.5 into 2, that gives us 3.0 or only 3 meters. So what is this x? X is nothing but the length of the smaller slide that is installed for the children below 5 years, right? This is the first one. So you can say the length of a slide for installed for, we can say for children below 5 years is equal to 3 meters. This is the first case. Now in the second case, we can say the second one. Here you are given the larger one, right? Here we can say. So in this case again, for the second case, this is the first case, right? The second case is for the elder kids, for elder children. The second case, the length of slide we need to find for elder children, right? So for that, what we have, what is given again, we consider the triangle PQR. PQR is the corresponding triangle. So in this again, what is the PQ here? PQ is the height of the slide. PQ is the height of the slide, whereas PR is the length of the same slide, right? This is we denote it by y here, and the height of the slide we know it is 3 meters, right? Now we need to find the length of that slide. So for that again, since the opposite side is known, hypotenuse we need to find. Along with that, you are also given the angle of inclination, angle of elevation as 60 degree. So using this, again using sine theta, definition for sine theta, which is opposite upon hypotenuse, which is for this triangle it is PQ upon PR, right? So in this case, theta is 60 degree, so sine 60 degree equal to opposite side, it is PQ, which is equal to 3 meters. Hypotenuse we need to find. We know the value of sine 60. How much is sine 60? It is root 3 by 2, which is equal to 3 upon y. So simplifying, taking cross multiplication will gives us 3y equal to 3 into 2, which is 6. So how much is y from this? It is 6 by root 3, or to simplify it, we can multiply and divide by root 3. So how much it will give us? It will give us 6 root 3 upon 3. Root 3 into root 3 is root 3 square. So square and square root will cancel. We left with only 3. So that 3 will be simplified with this 6. So that gives us 2 root 3. That is that much meters. So student, the length of the slide for the smaller children is of 3 meter length, and the length of the slide for the elder children is 2 root 3 meters. So I hope everyone understood this example. So in this way we can find the length of these two slides, right? One is of 3 meter and another one is of 2 root 3 meters. So that are the answer for this example. Length of the smaller one is 3 meter and the larger one is, for the larger or the elder student, is nothing but 3 meters. Hope everyone understood this example. So it's where they are very simple example. Just we need to find, just you need to know the trigonometry ratios related to the given example. Just we need to identify the ratio which is to be used here, right? Hope everyone understood. Let's move ahead with the next sum, students. The sum number 4, the next example we are going to discuss here is, the question is like this: the angle of elevation of the top of the tower from a point on the ground which is 30 meter away from the foot of the tower is 30 degree. So find the length of the tower. Angle of elevation of a tower from the point on the ground which is 30 meter away from the foot of the tower is 30 degree. So the question is, find the height of the tower. So just imagine what is given. Tower is given. So just try to draw the tower. Let the tower will be like this. Just draw a perpendicular line to the ground. So this is the tower, right? Let it be AB. AB is the tower. You are given the angle of elevation of this tower with the ground. So draw a line like this. So you are given the angle of elevation. So you just need to join this. Let it be the point C on the ground. So angle of elevation of this top of the tower, A is the top of the tower. So angle of elevation of this top of tower with the ground at the point C is given how much? It is 30 degree. And also you are given that that point is at the distance of 30 meter away from the foot of the tower. B is the foot of the tower. So distance of this point C from the foot of the tower is given as 30 meters. And what is the question? The question is to find height of tower. H we need to find. So which ratio we can use here? Theta is 30 degree. Its opposite side we need to find. Its adjacent side is known. So what is the ratio in terms of opposite and adjacent side? Yes, that is nothing but tan theta, right? Tan theta is opposite by adjacent side. So first we just denote the terms we are using here. So let AB is equal to H, which is height of the tower. Okay, it is the height of the tower. Then BC is nothing but the distance of point C on the ground from the bottom of the tower. From the bottom of tower. This is given. Also you are given the angle of elevation theta. Angle C is equal to theta, which is nothing but 30 degree. So we need to find the height of the tower. You are given the adjacent side BC is equal to 30 meter. So we need to find this AB. So again in terms of the opposite side, AB is the opposite side, BC is the adjacent side of angle 30. So we can use the tan theta. So we know that tan theta equal to, tan theta is defined as opposite side by adjacent side, right? So here opposite side to the angle 30 is nothing but AB and the adjacent side is nothing but BC, right? So now put the value tan theta. Theta is 30. So tan 30 is equal to, AB is H, we need to find. BC is given as 30 meter. So how much is tan 30, students? It is nothing but 1 by root 3, which is equal to H upon 30. So now take the cross multiplication. So H into root 3, that is root 3H is equal to 30 into 130. So how much is H from this? Here it will be 30 by root 3. So now to remove this root 3 term, we can multiply, divide by the same number here. So how much will be h from this? H will be equal to 30 root 3 divided by root 3 into root 3 is 3. So the 3 can be simplified with this 30, which gives us 10 root 3. H is 10 root 3. But what is h? H is nothing but the height of the tower. So we can write height of the tower is equal to 10 root 3 meters. So that will be your final answer. Hope everyone understood this, right? So that is the way to solve such type of example, students. We'll try one more example, then we'll stop. So let's see one of the example here, next example, in which you are given, it is a interesting part that we very much like such type of example. That is the example of kite. So all of you know what is a kite, what we do with this. So we fly the kite at the time of Sankranti, right? So let us see how it can be used, how trigonometry can be used to flying a kite. So that we can relate here, trigonometry to the kite, right? So let's see the sum. A kite is flying at a height of 60 meters above the ground, right? A kite is flying at a height of 60 meters. So we just draw a kite here. Here is a kite. Kite is flying here. Let it, the point is A. It is at the height of 60 meter. So from the ground. So this is a 60 meter height of this kite from the ground. So whenever it is given height, so we need to draw a perpendicular line to the ground. Okay. The string is attached to a kite, temporarily tied to a point on the ground. So a string is there, so obviously the string will be like this. A kite is flying like this, and it is temporarily tied on the ground at the point C. Let the point be C, and here the kite is at the point A, and at the ground it is the height of the that kite from the ground is 60 meters. So AB is the height, and the distance of that point on the ground from this bottom B is it given anything? The inclination of the string with the ground is given, means this angle is given as 60 degree. The question is to find the length of the string, assuming that there is no slack in the string, right? So this is a kite, this is a string, this is tied at the point C on the ground. Angle of elevation of that kite, that string with the ground is given as 60 degree, and the height of the kite from the ground is given 60 meters. So what we need to find? We need to find the length of string, means we need to find this. Means if we consider this diagram, it will be again a right angle triangle in which AB is the height, AC is the hypotenuse, and theta is the angle of elevation it is given. So can you find this length of the string? Yes. How it can be found? Opposite side is known, hypotenuse is to be found. So opposite and hypotenuse, what is the ratio we can use here? Yes, obviously the first simplest ratio, that is sine theta. So we can say AB is height of the kite from ground, right? It is given as 60 meters. This is given, right? Also you can say AC is the length of string. AC is the length of string which is tied at the point C temporarily, and whose length we let this be equal to x meters. So that we need to find here. Also you are given the angle of inclination, angle of elevation, here it is given as 60 degree at the point C. So student, again we need to use the sine theta here. So we can write the definition of sine theta. We know that sine theta is opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite side here is AB, hypotenuse is AC. So theta is given 60 degree here. So sine 60 degree equal to AB is 60 AC we need to find. Sine 60, we know it is root 3 by 2, 60 by x. So taken cross multiplication, what this gives us? It gives us root 3x equal to 60 into 2, or x is equal to 60 into 2 is 120 is divided by root 3. Again we are having root 3 in denominator. We can multiply and divide by root 3 here, so that we can have x is equal to 120 root 3 divided by root 3 into root 3 is 3. So here if we simplify it, 3 4s are 12. So this becomes 40 root 3 meters. But what is x? X is nothing but the length of the string. So we can write the answer. The length of the string is equal to 40 root 3 meters. That is nothing but the required answer. Understood, students? So this is also a very simple example. Only the thing is you need to know the basic trigonometric ratios, the definitions of basic trigonometric ratios, right? So here with this sum, student, we will stop here only. In the next video we will solve more examples depending on the angles of depression. Here in each of these example the angle of elevation was given, right? In next video we will solve the example on angle of depression, right? So with this note we will stop here only. We will see in the next class with more interesting examples. See you all in the next video. Thank you very much.